everyone, it's Diane here. Welcome to Decoeasy, the Dutch YouTube channel of me and my dear mother-in-law Jenny. Thank you so much for stopping by to watch another video of us. Are you ready for a new DIY? Because here we go. The base for today's DIY will be these two wooden pieces. I have one which I already used for some decor, and I have a new one. Actually, these are leftovers from the construction that we did. And I want to make a big Christmas tree out of this because I got inspired from Pinterest. That one was making a Christmas tree from an old pallet. I don't have a pallet, but I do have wood, which I can saw. It's different pieces, so it looks like a pallet. And I think it gives a really nice effect. So I'm going to draw the Christmas tree first, and then we're going to get the saw. First thing I did is determine where the center of this piece of wood is, here. And then I marked every time 10 centimeters. Also did that on the side, so hopefully the tree will be from this big until this big. And now I have a ruler here, and I'm going to draw all the lines like this, and when I'm done with that, I'm going to draw lines sideways, and hopefully then we can start sewing. Look here, this is the idea. You just start putting the ruler here in the center of the wood and draw a line straight to the last line there, and I'm now going to the other side as well, and hopefully then we have a perfect symmetrical tree. Put up the work table, put the plank upon it or the wood, and now we are ready to sew. I have my power saw here, and I attached the vacuum cleaner to the saw, so hopefully it won't get as messy as it normally would be without the vacuum cleaner. Here we have the tree, and I also need a foot for the tree. This is a leftover piece of wood. I'm going to sew it in a nice shape and size. Here is the bottom part, and here are all the pieces from the tree itself. I'm going to sand them a little bit with a file so everything has a smooth edge, and then we can start painting away. We're back at the attic, and I'm going to paint. Therefore, I have this really small paint roller, and I'm having a can of blackboard paint. Jenny and I really like to use that one. And yeah, I'm just going to get started, I guess. Let's remove, I have a chair here. Let's remove that. It was really close to the paint. Let's see, can I drip in here? Something like this. And just, well, let's say smudge it out here a little bit. So we can cover up a little bit more paint. Oh, I can drip it in completely as well. And I'm kind of using this part as a palette. So I have now completely covered up my roller with paint. And yeah, don't forget to do the sides as well. I think I'm first going to do all the sides. And then I'm going to do the top sections, the flat ones, the big parts. Because once we've done this, you can easily lay them down and paint the rest. There. And carefully put it down. And then you can start just painting like that. Easy as that. Well, let's go and repeat all these steps on the other parts as well. And I'll let it dry. I think an hour is enough today. But sometimes, depending on the humidity, it needs a longer drying time. A little bit.
Yep. Okay, that was it. The first piece is done. Time to continue with the rest. Well, I think we're done with the black paint. Let's close this can. The bottom part of the tree. First I thought painting it completely black, but I think it isn't such a good idea. So that's why I only painted the sides black, and the rest I want to do with the beeswax. So I take my brush, which I use every time when I'm applying beeswax, because beeswax really rinses up your brushes. And then I'm just going to rub it in like that upon the wood. So it gives a little bit more of a vintage color. Just like that. Well, now let's wait until everything is dry, and then I'm going to start assembling it together. And by the way, the beeswax needs a little bit longer drying time. I think that will need 6 hours. If you want to fasten it up, you can also rub with a piece of cloth. Good, everything is dry, and I aligned everything, and now I think this thing looks like a Starship Destroyer from Star Wars. I try to keep all the lines separated evenly. And yeah, I want to put everything together, and therefore I have these paint stir sticks. Just let me see if I can use 3 or maybe 2. I think it will be 3. Yes. I think this is perfect. Only they're going not straight. And I don't want this to happen. Maybe I'm going to get the power saw and saw a little piece of this. Or from the top one. Like this part, which I can move around like here. And then like here. I think that is more than enough. Yeah, I think I'm going to take this one downstairs and saw a little bit more, and then we can just start gluing everything together. And therefore I'll be using this glue here, the fake Mod Podge, combined with just a brush. That fits perfectly. I made this one slightly smaller. Let's turn around all these parts so we can start gluing. Ooh, these parts are ugly. This board, I once used it as a surface to spray paint on, but there has been spray painted so many, and now it is time for a new purpose as a Christmas tree. Now let me see, is everything correctly just the way as I want it to be? Let's align carefully, because now we can still switch. Oh, this one happens, so flip 2. Yeah, I think this is it. Let's do the final check. Everything is correct. Oh, I want these aligned so well. Okay, that needs to be glued, by the way, like this. Otherwise you can still see these ugly prints from the construction market. We don't want that to happen, of course. Now this thing on top is pretty annoying. Okay, this is it. Well, let's glue. First I'm going to pick out this one here, because then I still exactly know where I need to put them down. Let's say glue directly upon here, because if I'm going to glue upon the paint stir stick, then you're going to see the glue here in between, and that's not what we want. Just like so. Now carefully hold this one. I hope it will stay in place with this amount of glue. Sure, it needs a long drying time. Good. Now, let's place it there and there. Okay, that's it. Repeat the other ones as well and then let it dry. Putting on the last one here. Good, that is it. I'm going to put a heavy object upon it so it can dry a little bit better than when you do without. And yeah, then I'll be back. Turn it back over. The glue's drying as one big tree, but I still need to paint the parts inside. So the paint sort of sticks from this side. And I also have a little messed up part here. Apparently I scratched it. There you see some spots as well. So I'm going to repair that just with the same paint there. Paint is dry. The middle section is now black as well. I'm going to find myself some letters. I think I will be writing down joy. I'm going to print those out, and then I'll be using maybe glue spray paint. Sprayable glue to put them upon the wood. These are the letters that I would like to use. I'm going to cut them out with the scissors, and for the center part here, I just use a sharp knife to cut out everything. And then I will be gluing them upon the wood. Here's the glue spray. There are the letters. And I'm going to put the glue spray upon, and then I'm going to put down the joy here, because then it's in the center. I have 3 levels on top and 3 levels down. First I started with the O, because that's the most centered thing. I also have the brush here to brush out any air that might come underneath the letter. I think it goes well without the brush today. Just for some extra grip, just use the brush. And that's that. I'm going to add the other 2 as well. Now joy is there upon the tree. Time to finish it off with some of these really cute LED lights. These costed once €2.50, but I believe this is something from 2019 or something, maybe even older. It has a battery pack. It says it's not suitable for outdoors, but to be honest, I'm just going to put it outdoors. Here, the copper wire with the battery pack here. And yeah, I'm going to attach it, just wrap around. And this thing, if I'm going to put it outdoors, it will be underneath a carport, so there won't be any rain nearby. Here it is. Not too much light. I don't want it that too. For the ones who are wondering how did I put up the battery pack on the back, duct tape. Here's the battery pack. That's why this thing is laying down really weird at this moment. But I just duct taped the battery pack to the back side of the wood. Still, so you can operate the button for the on and off switch. It also has a timer switch. I'll leave it upon there for outdoor use. But that was a trick. Okay, I think at least needs one more thing, and that's probably a big bowl. Okay, bowl time. I have the hot glue gun ready beside me. I have a piece of burlap here. Well, first let's determine where the center is. That is here. Make sure that it's right in front of you. Now hold it, and you're going to flip one side towards you. Then the other side as well. Make sure that the tails are as big. Then you can just pinch everything together like so. And then this will be your bowl. First I'm going to check if I'm happy with the tail size. I think that's fine. And I still have a leftover here. Now comes the big trick. I'm having a little bit of cork here. Now let's glue the small part to the back side where your fingers are. You're on the top, for example. Oh, sorry, you can't see it. Here. Go away, you spider web. Then you start pulling it around and pull as hard as you can, or just don't do that to make the bow looser. Then that's it. Oh, yeah, of course we need to cut that off. Oh, you can just pull it apart. That's okay too. Lay it down. One last piece of glue. Glue. Maybe you have glowing glue. I don't know that. Watch out for your fingers. I'll be using the scissors to press everything together, because we don't have those silicone fingertip protectors here. At least I didn't see them yet. And then you have your bowl ready. You can always cut off the tails to make fish tails. But as easy as that, as long as you have a nice piece of burlap. And that perfectly fits the tree. I'm going to cut out the tails for the fishtail effect. Oh, I got the wrong scissors for this job. I needed a bigger one. That gives a more clean cut. Yeah, there's some fluffiness here at the edge. Let's cut that off, and then you have a fishtail, as you can see. And here's what the tree looks like from above, just with a really cute bow. I really rearranged the lights a little bit, now it looks more symmetrical. I will zoom in. Yeah, I had to stand on the chair, otherwise I couldn't film it. This thing turned out so big. And I like the minimalistic look with the joy letters and the lights. Well, you can leave it like this, or you can attach some Jenga blocks here, underneath here, so this thing can stand. Look, this is here what I meant. Just put a lot of blocks here, and then this thing can stand straight up. Curious how it turned out? Let's go and start viewing the final result. This thing turned out so big, but I really like the final result. I like how the bow looks. I like how the tree looks. I like the lights. Everything looks perfect together. Well, you can always choose it to put down another word, but I thought this was nice. You can also spell it like that, or make joy to the world, or yeah, just whatever you like. Use your imagination. It's your project. Well, that was it today, folks. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a comment below. Jenny and I'll be happy to read what you wrote. Take care, everyone. Bye. Have a nice day, and we hope to see you next time. Lots of love from me and Jenny as well.